not up yet. That's fine. Okay, put you over there. You're there. Okay. Not enough room. Not enough. Definitely not enough room. Alright, I'm gonna sit you up there. Okay. Alright, you guys. It's Sunday. It's Sunday art day. And you know what we're doing today? We are wrapping up our needle felting project that we've been working on for the past few weeks. I need a new can of gesso is what I need. Cause this one's getting a little low. I've had this can for quite a while though. No complaints. What's this? Montmartre. Been pretty decent. Hasn't dried out on me. I mean, I've had this for I don't know, at least over a year, if not longer. And we've certainly gotten our money's worth. So these are our flat dowel rods that we're going to put on the top and bottom. So we have a weight at the bottom and a thing to hang the project off of. And we're going to paint these that light brown color we decided on last week. But before we do that, we need to prime these guys. Now, you don't have to prime them, but I've found that it works better with the craft paint if you do. You don't have to do a bazillion layers with the craft paint. So yeah, I probably need to pick up another jar of that. So how is everybody doing today? Everybody doing all right? I hope so. You don't have to put this on that thick. Actually, you probably don't want it on super thick. Like, I wouldn't glomp it on. It'll take forever to dry. So I forget the actual size of these guys. I think they're 12 inches long. So I'm just like slamming them into everything. I just have some water bottle caps there on the table. Our placemat has taken a beating lately, but that's okay. It was just from Dollar Tree. It's not like it was some priceless antique or anything. If it was, it wouldn't be anywhere near me and art happening. Sometimes I can get the stuff off of there, but you know what? There's paint down there from a clay pot I had to paint. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I am gonna have to order another jar of gesso. I just remembered I've got a lot of stuff I have to prime, and I have another clay pot that I have to paint soon as well. I finally saw the picture of I saw a picture on Facebook of that bottle you were talking about. It's Molson.
Oh, Molson, okay.
I knew, at least I'm fairly certain. As soon as I saw the bottle, I was like, that's what it is.
Yeah, sounds right.
Sorry, husband had been doing some recon for me at the farmer's market, trying to figure out if I could even manage to sell anything there. That's not quite dry yet. Getting my grubby fingerprints all over everything. That's alright. We'll get them. Oh, I did that end. Oh. Didn't realize. Yeah, it's looking tacky. So, the primer doesn't usually take too long. It's an acrylic gesso, but it is kind of tacky to the touch as it dries. Sorry, it's my placemat clicking because it doesn't want to lay flat. I don't know why it used to. Next time we're at Dollar Tree, I might see if they've got another guy that we can grab. And you don't really need anything special to prime this with. If you really, I got stuck. That's how tacky it was. If you really wanted to, you could probably prime with a foam brush. And there's a slight smell to it, but it's so very faint. It just smells like paint to me. And in fact, with as sensitive as I am, you might not even smell it. Back doesn't have to be super great because the side's getting glued to the felt tops. Like, I'm not gonna do like 500 coats on this guy. I just want enough so that when we put our paint on, it doesn't all immediately soak in. Because some unfinished wood is super, super thirsty. Like, super thirsty. And, some stuff I've put this primer on and it'll dry and I'll come back and look at the first coat and I'm like, damn, that doesn't even look like I did a first coat. Like, that's how absorbent it'll be. So I might have to put a temporary hold on the super side project of our Bob Wash gouache extravaganza. So the Happy Little Trees project, because I need to get a bunch of inventory together. I need to have more than I think I'm gonna need. And that's gonna take me some time and some late nights, and so video editing is probably gonna get really super slow because Russell's not gonna be able to do it for me. He's like, yeah, no, I don't think so. And I'm like, yeah. I said, I don't even know if your computer could handle it, number one. Because he's got the older computer between the two of us now. And this is just an old round paintbrush that I am slapping down on here. So I am still working on the last project, getting that edited together for its speed felt. However, it's taking me a lot longer than I anticipated. That one has a few more live streams on it than average. I don't know why. Because, I mean, this one this is the 13th, this one's going to be the last one on this one, and 12 to 13 is about where I was averaging for a while. So I don't know why that one had 17 live streams to finish it up. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. As to why that had to be a thing. See, we picked up some fuzz that I didn't see on my desk. So I'm gonna have to try to either remove it or paint over it. And he is being super stubborn about dislodging there. He might be part of it now. No, I've been really happy with this gesso brand. It's lasted a really long time. I forget how much it was. I think it was either $10 or $13 when I had bought it originally, I think. And it definitely was a more pricey purchase for me. But even though the purchase hurt a fair bit on that initial purchase, it was worth it. Definitely worth it. I mean, I'm still using it. It's still the same jar, so I think I will have to get a new one at some point here. Alright, it has a little plastic insert. This is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I just really like it. I think that little plastic insert in there helps keep it from drying out faster. And that was a 500 milliliter container. Just rinse in my brush. canvas, paper. It says card and wood. I don't know what card, I guess cardboard? Once dry, may be painted over with oils or acrylics. Clean up with water, so I mean, it's nothing fancy. Alright, I'm gonna change the water out on that guy. Not doing it right now, but I do need to. At some point, our poor painting towel. One of these days I need to come through and like trim off all the hangy strings and stuff. It's seen better days, but it's just to dry our paintbrushes on so it can be a little grungy and grubby. One of these days I'll wash them. I'll probably get well, I don't know. I might throw them in the washing machine. Maybe with like some sheets and stuff. It doesn't matter if anything comes off of it. I don't think anything's going to. Alright, so last week we chose Anita's brand Cafe au Lait. This is not quite dry enough yet, though. I'm like, where is all this weird colored fuzz coming from? I was fluffing yarn last night. So it's either brown or hunter green. Probably could have fluffed some more hunter green, but I was getting impatient and I'm like, no, I really want to get this. Sorry, I just realized my monitor was shaking. Like, I really want to get this done. We have enough. We have enough. That should be enough. I'm not sure when we're using hunter green again. I don't think it's the next project. I think it's the project after, so should be alright. This is an egg plate. It's got a crack in it. Actually has a couple cracks on that particular side, but it was cheap and it was on clearance from the one grocery store, and I'm like, I can use that as a painting palette. My husband's like, okay. I think it was on clearance for like $1 or something. So he was like, yeah, alright. That's fine. Yeah, you're still a little tacky, my friend. Just want to be difficult. So sometimes it could take like, I don't know, probably a half hour for them to be good and dry. If you have a fan on, that can help sometimes. I do have a fan here. Oh no, what happened? Oh, there it goes. All those double fan window fans. The second fan didn't wanna. This side is fresh air. Which side's blowing the air out? Okay, that side's definitely got airflow. The second fan didn't turn on right away. The cat's been sitting on it though. He's probably knocked something loose in there. So I mean, if you're not in a hurry, you can just let it dry. Probably like a half hour. It'd be completely not dry. So, I mean, you can see where the wood grain's kind of coming through a little bit. So if we really wanted to be super like no wood grain showing through, we could go with a second coat after the first one has fully dried. And it's still a little tacky. But you know, that's gonna be a you thing, a you preference. If you don't want it at all, you don't have to have it. You could just slap the paint directly on there. But depending on the paint that you're using, you might have to do more coats of it. This guy, how's this guy looking? That guy looks pretty good, so I'll turn that off so the noise isn't in the background completely. Alright, so now I'm gonna pick up some of our paint here. And that color that's already in that that dark color, that's dry. I couldn't get it out. I'm sure if I really tried and soaked it in water, it would come off, maybe, with a ton of effort. Helps if I have this in camera, doesn't it? I was getting the little end guy there. This is kind of like a really light coffee latte kinda look, although I think cafe au lait just means coffee with milk. So then you just want to start putting on your actual color for what you want these to be. Sorry, there was like an extra little bump in there. And I didn't know what it was. I was very, very confused. So as this paint tends to dry, it is possible to pull it back up with the paintbrush if you're not careful. So that's why I'm kind of not going the full length of things here. And just carefully trying to get this on there. Momo, give me just a minute, okay?
Why?
He wants to go potty.
Couldn't have been that long.
He was, it has been. I was gonna say, he hasn't been out since I've been up. Alright, never mind. Husband's gonna get up. Alright, so. I mean, it's not a bad color. It kind of looks like a tan. So this was our color swatch from last week. So it's a little bit lighter on here, but we might just have to do 2 coats of this guy, which was sort of what I was expecting to need to do. Sorry, one of those fuzzes. One of those renegade fuzzes from doing yarn prep last night. I have to finish up prepping the brown, and I need to get white done. I'm so busy because we have game night tonight with my mother. There's just not enough time to get shit done. I have to make dinner. Alright, so we're losing the dowel rod under the microphone. Oh dear. Alright, that's still kinda tacky. Alright. So I'm gonna sit you right there. I know we have to come back and get that end bit there. On this one, we're gonna start with the back. So like the end pieces have to at least look good because there's going to be a little bit sticking out on each side, because we're going to trim that excess off of the needle felt that we don't need on the edges. Excuse me, got a burp stuck. And then it kind of wanted to be a hiccup, and I'm like, no, what is this shit? Stop it, body. Alright. So we get this put in here. Now we did start a few minutes early today just because of how much I have to get done. And I'm trying to wrap this all up today so tomorrow we can go into a planning stream. Get that all hunky-dory. This is still a little tacky. Had a glumpy bit in there. Okay, so alright, I'm gonna throw on the fan again. And Little's like, what the hell are you doing, lady? I've got it on low though, so it's probably gonna still hum or rattle in the background. There's water in Momo's bowl, I think. Well, I just realized I didn't check it when I got up. You might want to check that bowl. because this one's almost empty. Alright. Let's see. I mean, the craft paint doesn't take that long to dry. Not really. But I do want a second coat on this guy. If possible. Where are you coming from? I mean, we've just been rolling around over here, and Mr. Fuzz, you weren't there. Unless the fan kicked something up. But the fan's not even pointed in this direction. It's behind me. And it's pointed in a completely different direction. So yeah, this guy's darkening up just a little bit as he is drying, and that is fine. So he's not going to be as light as he was originally. Alright, so give me that guy. We're going to put him in front of the fan here for just a few minutes. Or we're going to try to. I don't have a little fan, so I can't just... The little tiny fan I had eons ago died, so that's not going to work. It gave up the ghost. This guy's still a little shiny, but he's getting there. Oh, we've got a few fuzzes on that end. Okay. So we'll hit this back up and we will get this end here. Where I was holding on to it. Okay. So now I'm gonna stick you over there. Alright, so this guy. We still need to hit up that end. It was my handle. So doing the backside goes so much faster because it's just flat. I might be able to hold the back of this and get this done here. Sorry, I keep drifting off camera by accident. Alright, so this one we're gonna stick in the fan as well, just for a minute. So this guy's, he's still a little bit tacky, and down here is still a little shiny. So he's not quite there yet, but he will be fairly shortly. Ah yes, we're back to watching paint dry. Good times, good times. At least for a little bit. Okay, so that piece is gonna finish up its thing. So this guy's still a little bit wet. He's not too bad, but I also don't want to be disturbing anything on there. But I also don't want my paint to dry. Did we not do the... Oh, I didn't do you. How did we miss doing you? We did the other one. I didn't get the nub. Alright, so nub's been acquired. Alright. So let's go ahead and we'll put the other one back in the fan for a few minutes. So how's everybody's weekend going? Everybody doing alright? Everybody have a good one? So I know it says we're painting with wool, but we're doing the wrap up. Which means that we need to put together our hanging apparatus to finish it. So let's see. I have the fan on low so it doesn't get too obnoxious with the sound. And again, we could just let it dry on its own, but that would take probably like 20 minutes to a half an hour. Depending on how thick we've got it. I'm trying to remember if we primed these the last time, and I don't remember if we did. I think I did, but I think I primed them off stream, is what it was. I think I primed them ahead of time. That's a big fuzzy. Alright, so we'll pull him off. See, we've got softer brushes than Bob had, so I can't just flick him. I can't just flick him out of there. Gonna be a little bit more stuck in. soft fuzzy and a soft brush. It's not like it's a bristle. P-Butt! Did he get you?
Yeah, you're right.
P-Butt decided to be a spaz and run from under my desk and take a flying leap at Russell's chair from the floor. And whenever he does that, half the time he misses the chair with at least one of his feet and gets Russell's side. Fun times. Not really. The cat's an asshole. A lot of the time. Alright, let me just throw that quick little touch up I did. And the fan, I might need just a little bit more paint here. I mean, gosh, in the time that it's taken us to do the coats that we have so far, the paint's been drying on the on our little plate here. Because yeah, if we're gonna do a second coat on this side, I think we might need a bit more paint. Not a lot more. I was just a little under my estimation for how much I squeezed out because I didn't want to use too much. And I have more of it, so it's not like that was the last in the bottle. You can actually kind of see the outline of the size of the thing that I was just sewing the other night, where most of this hot mess disaster on this placemat came from. I kind of gave up trying to keep it off the placemat. I'm like, fuck it. It's fine. It's there to collect battle damage anyway. And to keep the desk from getting worse, so it's all good. Whoop. No, get off of there. Oh yeah, we definitely need some more paint put out. This guy's pretty good though. This other one. He should be pretty much good to go here in just a minute. So we don't need that much more paint. We were just short. Oh wait, this is the first coat, so we're gonna need it's probably too much now. I didn't want to have to worry about paint sitting around in a palette being wet with my clumsy ass, but damn it. Okay. I was using these guys to stabilize them, keep them up off of the desk, but That didn't end up working too well. It works a little when I allow it to work. But when I start meddling with it, it tends to not do what we wanted it to. Funny how that works. Look, you. Stop it. If we had more room to work, I wouldn't be so scrunched in here. I think I'm currently off the screen. I am. I'm just trying to get this other coat laid in here. And I know it's still a little wet, but I think we'll be okay. Alright. Now that I've got paint everywhere, my main concern is, does the front look okay? It's my main question. So the back can be a little a little scratchy. As long as our front is looking good, then we should be okay. Alright, this guy. I'm gonna sit up here, just so I can get one last good look at him. Okay, so I'm gonna let those guys kind of hang out there. Really want to scoop up some of this paint and put it back in the bottle. I don't know if I need any more of it right now. I mean, I know it's not expensive paint, but at the same time, when your budget is absolutely next to nothing, even an insignificant paint cost is expensive. So let's rinse that guy out. We don't want paint stuck in this brush. This is becoming a decent gessoing brush, at the very least. Okay, so we're gonna dry this guy off pretty good. Alright, and you, I'm gonna take you up there. Oh, I need you, so don't go too far. Okay, so now swatch card back there. We can remove the gesso for now, because we're kind of done with that for the moment. I need to plug in our glue gun, but not just yet. Mr. Turtle, I'm gonna move you for a second. How about you hang out down there for just a little? That needs to go up there. Why am I still finding glitter? Jesus Christ. It never ends. Alright. So here's our other project. Well, not the other project, the project. So we are going to trim this bad boy up. As best as we can. So I'm just gonna clean up our edge here. Now this would probably work better with slightly bigger scissors. Oh, that was a tough spot. A lot of fiber in that one. A lot of fiber. Okay. And my cut would probably be a little bit straighter. Wow, that's a thick boy. Ooh, buddy. Wow. You can kind of see that's this light line in the middle. That's our base filled. Wow. Alright, so that's that side that we have trimmed off. We'll clean up the top and bottom in a second. Alright, so now this side was actually pretty good. Like, we don't have to cut too much extra off. That's pretty good. This back, oh, well, when we look at it from back here, we're definitely crooked. Definitely. See, it didn't look that crooked. Originally. That's a little bit straighter. Okay, what about this side? How's this side look? Sometimes it's a little bit easier to tell on the back. That's not bad. Okay. So I'm gonna try to clean up our top edge just a little. I don't want to come in too far because we need stuff for the glue to attach to. So we don't want to lose too much. We want there to be a little bit on there. I'm just gonna clean that up because that was kind of weird there. Okay. Gosh, my hair's in here. How did that happen? Alright, so bottom, same thing. We're just gonna shorten this just a little. Not too much. And this doesn't have to be perfectly straight down here. Okay. So now we are no, stop it. Sorry, my desktop just got stupid. Windows 11 has this thing at the top where it's like, oh, here, you can make things in these sized windows, and you can have this many windows open, and I'm like, stop, I want stuff where I want stuff. Okay, so we're gonna grab these guys. This one's still a little wet. This guy feels okay, though. Alright. So, we're gonna plug in the glue gun now. We're almost done, you guys. We are almost done. If we have enough time when we're done this one, we might start planning the next one. Maybe. Got paint all over my hands. Alright. So, Buddy Boy here is heating up. I'm gonna stick this guy back in the fan for just a minute. See if we can get him to finish up faster. Hopefully we can. But we have to wait for the glue gun to get hot right now anyway. So, there's that. So I just trimmed off the top and the bottom just a little bit because I didn't want it to be wider than our wood piece. Because that wouldn't have worked out too well. That might be okay. Except you're not. Really? That dang fuzz that has been plaguing us the entire time. Get out of there. Get out of there. I mean, I probably could have left it be, and it probably would have been fine. But now, because I was like, no, get out. Because I had to be like that. Now I have to touch up this end again. That might be alright. Okay. Ah, yes, the smell of melting glue. The glue guns just have this particular smell to them. I don't know if anybody else notices the smell, but as it starts to heat up, especially when you've got them on high. Excuse me, Mr. Coconut Turtle. I know I keep moving you all around, but I'll put you back in your rightful place in just a minute. Okay. I can't even tell you how old that paintbrush is. I think that paintbrush is at least 15 years old. Okay. So we do have a couple of light spots in here. But you know what? I think I'm okay with that. Am I okay with that, or am I just saying I'm okay with that? Because now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't know. I might be just be trying to convince myself that I'm okay with that. But I can't really fix it. I mean, I could fix it, but it's gonna be kind of difficult to after it's on the piece with my klutzy hands. So I should just, you know, suck it up and deal with it right now. Which means now I have to rinse my brush again. Wow, even when we're not using paint with Bob, we're still becoming experienced brush washers, huh? Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk it? Alright. So we'll get this guy dried there. Now, hopefully, we're done with that. Just happen to have some paper towels here. Wipe that up. Oh my god, the water. Really? You're gonna water spot me there? There's no end to this paint on this. No! Really? Really? I'm not washing this brush again. I refuse. Refuse. Just no. Stylus I picked up from the dollar store for when we were doing our tissue paper art. You go up there. Okay, so this guy is more than ready. And this one wants to be a dickhead about life. The glue gun's ready. It's just, it's starting to drip, so that's usually a good indication that your glue gun's ready. Make sure if it is going to drip that you've got it hanging over something that can get glue dripped on it. Because, like, if it's like a plasticky kind of surface, you can usually scrape it off. I'm just trying to speed up this stupid thing to dry again. It does look a lot lighter than our swatch, though, doesn't it? It should be alright, though. I mean, it's kind of pulling up the, our sandy color in here, so that's probably not a bad thing. As soon as I can see this spot that I just had to touch up again is dry, then we'll move on to the next part, but I don't think he's quite dry yet. The rest of him ought to be, though. He still looks a little wet. He's getting closer. I can pick him up now, though. Like, the rest of him's good. Just that one spot. So we have to figure out, speaking of dripping, we have to figure out how much overhang we want and try to center this guy on the edges. To figure that out. Sometimes it's easier to do it when you're looking at the back so that we don't have so much busyness happening. But we'll see here in just a second when I can have both of my hands, because I'm not going to one-hand this with the glue gun. That would be crazy. And we're not all about that kind of crazy. Okay. Are you good yet? Probably close enough. Alright, so let me flip you over. And grab our pink flamingo. So, I mean, we could have gone a little bit, like, we probably didn't have to trim off the, extra, but I've had it before where it's just a little bit more extra than I wanted it to be. So we're just gonna kind of figure out where we're at here. Easier said than done when the object likes to roll. So if you are here and you are there, and let's see how this guy. He's in need of a little bit of a haircut, because apparently that was not as attached as I thought it was. there we go. So let's see how far I can feel the heat coming off of that guy. So he is good and hot. Alright, so that is about where I want you to be. Okay. So please be careful with this. This is glue. This is hot. This is very, very, very hot glue. Shit. And that is tipping. Okay, so you're only gonna get like one shot at this. So make it count and don't burn yourself. Sometimes you can find those silicone finger protectors that you'll see some crafters using when they're dealing with hot glue. I would advise using them instead of my method of hoping for the best, because sometimes you will get seepage happening here. Okay, so let me see the front here. Make sure we don't have any glue strings. Alright, there was a couple glue strings down there, but I don't want to like fully lay that flat yet, because we do have some seepage here and it hasn't quite solidified enough yet for my liking. Okay. I got glue on my skewer, but I did manage to get it off. Don't really think we need this other stick here, but we might. Okay, let me put that stick down, because I'm knocking everything everywhere. Alright, so our other guy here. Have to figure out approximately the same amount of overhang that the top has. That looks about right. Alright, so I'm gonna flip you that way. I'm gonna drag you that way. Oi. Alright. I don't usually use this on high very much. Sorry, the other stick I'd put in there to push the other one through. Decided to misbehave. Okay. Again, we're only gonna get one shot at this. Fuck, I need my stick. I need my stick. I need my stick. Shit. just gonna work on getting that pushed down into the glue. Hopefully, I didn't have too much seepage. Out the front. We'll find out in a minute. I mean, that one kind of got a little carried away. We might be able to trim that down though with our scissors. As that cools. This is always the nail biting part. After you've worked so long on the project and be like, oh god, it's all gonna fall apart now. Okay. Alright, that looks pretty good. Not quite done with the glue gun though. Alright, now, can't remember how exactly. Wow, that's still warm. That's a warm guy there. I don't know what you are, but get the fuck off of there. Okay. How did I do this? Did I anchor the first piece or did I tie the first piece? Let me double check. I don't know. I can't tell from the other one. It's not clear. So I'll tell you what. We will anchor it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like I tied it, to be perfectly honest. Which seems kind of strange. Unless that was the opposite side. I'm just making sure that the glue is good and in there. So we don't want this coming undone. Since this is anchoring everybody together back here. Okay, so we're gonna let that sit for just a minute. So I don't want to accidentally stick my fingers in it and burn myself, because that would not be fun. Glue gun burns suck. Let me tell you. Still very much tacky. This is faintly warm, but it is cooling down. This is still very warm down here. Very, very warm. Okay, so now we have to figure out how long we want our hanger to be. It doesn't need to be that long, right? Maybe about there-ish. So then on this side, this is why I wasn't too worried about the pen mark. Two, three, and four. Let's see with jute. My snips don't want to cut it. There we go. I'll get the big guns. Just so I can get this guy out of there for right now. So I'm just gonna throw down a little bit more glue. Just gonna kind of use that to make sure everybody's friends back in here, and try not to burn myself on the glue gun. Look here, glue gun. And then take our end here and try to smush him down. In there as best as we can. Easier said than done, I know. Just give it a little bit of, oh, don't snip that. A little bit of a haircut. Now that he's attached, I'm just gonna layer on a little bit more glue. Just to make sure we're not going anywhere. Alright, so we're gonna let that dry. The other side looks pretty secure, pretty sturdy. Alright, so I just want to make sure that this is good to go. Let me unplug the glue gun before I do something silly. Alright, this guy we can Oh, you know what? While we still have that, glue hot, just gonna take a little bit. This is jute rope, jute string. It's frizzy, it's fuzzy, it's frayy. It has a little bit of a rustic look to it, which I thought would look good on these guys. But if you leave it to its own devices, it will start to unravel. So I just want to make sure I've got a little bit on the end there. You could use tacky glue, Elmer's glue, you know, whatever. It's just, I had that and it was hot, so I was like, yeah, let's just hit that up there. Okay. It's still pretty warm there. Still kind of tacky. It's probably going to take a hot minute to dry. But just trim up a couple of those loose bits there. Now I did have a little bit of seepage on the front, it seems. But that's okay. It's not too terribly noticeable. But there we go, and there is our finished piece, complete with our hangy bits and all of that. And there we go. So, I mean, you could have framed it if you wanted to. Framing it would be you'd probably have to take the glass out or get it custom framed in a frame that's got a deeper lip to it because of how thick that boy is. Because we do have quite a bit of fluff coming through the back. I probably stabbed a little too far in, but you know, whatever. It worked for us and it looks lovely. So, we still have quite a bit of time available, so I think we'll grab the sketchbook here and the colored pencils. And we'll see about looking at the next couple of references. Oh, I have to show you the new mat. I'm so excited to use this guy. Isn't he pretty? Oh, I can't wait. I might just have to stab him right now with nothing else. So exciting. You know what? I don't have to put the handle back on. It's so quiet. Oh, I love it. Okay. Fantastic. That's from Wool Buddy, not sponsored at all. I purchased that with my own money. It just has a Wool Buddy tag tapped on the top. Now, he doesn't seem as thick as the other guy. The other guy's ever so slightly thinner. I might hold on to this guy. I don't know. He's in really bad shape. Maybe I should just put him out of his misery. Yeah, we might just say goodbye to him because I love this one. He was worth a couple extra dollars. It wasn't that much more expensive. He was $23. And what really sold me was that the guy that made him had a little video on Amazon on how to care for him. So I was like, I'm sold, buddy. You showed me all of the things I needed to know. But that will be for the next project. Tuck him back there. Sorry, the camera's shaking. Alright. So, let us figure out where we are in our book here. Alright, so this was the one that we just did. That was a terrible, terrible sketch of something that I was trying to doodleize. Okay, so now next question is, where did, there they are. I was like, where did my pencils go? And there they are. So just give me a second here to get resorted. Because we need to take a look at, the fuck is this shit? Really? Sorry, I have to share this. We tend not to talk, you know, mainstream what's happening right now a whole lot. Twitter is rebranding to the name X.
So that's what I saw. Okay.
The fuck is this shit? God damn it. I might have to...
If we don't rebrand it, then people might remember what horrible things we've said.
I might have to bring back the website and just, instead of it being the Wild Challenges blog, just make it Nisey's website.
Well, what do you need the website for? What do you need Twitter for?
Well, Twitter was announcing when I was going live. Maybe I'll redo the Facebook page.
Well, yes, but that only works because people are using Twitter.
Yeah.
Your own website, you don't really need to bother because no one's gonna be watching it.
Why can't we just leave things well enough alone? I don't understand. Oh, that's fucking infuriating. Just leave it alone, man. Just leave it alone. Alright, we need to... Okay, so we just did episode 7, right? I should probably update... this. If I can find the right frackin' key. Okay. So... we just did episode 7. We're done with episode 7 now. We just finished that. So episode 8 is called Nightlight. Let me quick mute that before I get my ass in trouble. Okay, let me turn on YouTube here. Okay. So, go to theater. Alright, that should slide over in a second. There we go. Okay. So, throw on closed captioning. So, this one's gonna be, it looks like Nightlight. Navy blue. I really want that. Okay. Outer space is good enough. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I think I said I was going to show you this, guys, and I forgot. So this is what we're going to be doing for the, or one of the things we're going to be trying to do at the farmer's market, if I'm allowed to. Because I had a thought that I need to talk to the husband about.
Which is what?
Am I allowed to make money because of the disability?
Yeah. Disability doesn't stop you from making money.
Well, I know regular...
Like if I manage to regain some functionality, I can go get a job.
Okay.
And I just report what I make.
And then they adjust it down
Yes.
to... Okay.
Yes.
I just
And
didn't know...
If I get functional enough to overcome the disability, then the disability ends then. But
Okay.
it doesn't stop me from...
Okay, I just didn't know if I made a certain amount, if it would fuck you over.
Well,
okay.
I mean, if you made enough, it would become irrelevant.
Well,
but
yeah.
That's a very large...
Yeah, and not likely to happen. So,
yeah.
okay, I just wanted to make sure that me trying to sell there wasn't going to be a problem.
No.
Because I know, like, regular Social Security, you can only work so many hours in with a real job and stuff if you go early.
Well, again, that's for unemployment.
No, if you do the partial early.
Oh, I see. Retirement.
Yeah, if you do the partial early, you can still work, but you can only work so many hours. You can only make so much. We have our hearing for the husband in November. So yeah, no, I'm gonna paint these guys. It's got some schmutz on it already, but that's okay. One of these sides is gonna be... This was 2 coats on this side, and this side was 1. So this wood was very thirsty. So that's why I was saying I'm gonna need to get a new can of gesso. So this is gonna be season 3, episode 8. Alright, so first off, let's try to see what he's got going here. Okay, so this is in fact a black canvas. Fuck. Okay, the black ones are a little bit more challenging. I gotta make sure I've got enough. I did not want to put that there. Shit. Gotta make sure I've got enough, black wolf left. I mean, it probably doesn't matter, but it might, depending on how he did it. So, this is a black canvas. Okay, Bob. So he's got phthalo green and alizarin crimson to make a gray. On part of it. Oh goodness. So he's starting with cad yellow. I mean, we're just doing like a planning bit here. Oh boy. Okay. Can I see what the end of this thing looks like? We are gonna need green on this. Wow. Yeah, okay, so we definitely need black fluff. Okay, so we have like a mid-horizon line here. This is gonna be a tough one, you guys. I think it's gonna be fun, but I think it's also gonna be a tough one. So, let's see. It's about halfway down, I'd say. So, where do we want that to be? This is just kind of a rough concept guy, so it doesn't have to be... it should probably be up just a touch more. Yeah, that's probably better. Alright, these are colored pencils. This really isn't going to erase very well. But we can at least make it a little bit lighter. Alright, put my swatch card back there. Okay, so Alright, so we've got... I don't even know how to describe this, because at first I thought, oh, the sun's setting on the one side and the moon's coming up on the other, but it's not. I think he's trying to convey the glow of the lighthouse, is what that is. So, a little bit down from here. Maybe... No, actually, let me get my mouse off of here so I can see it a little bit. Oh no, you're just gonna be weird. Okay, so, like here, kind of have some slopey this happening. And then we've got some, well, we've got like a little cliffy guy, like right in here. And then this kind of keeps coming around into here, and then kind of like up into here. And then this kind of, it's not super steep, but it's kinda. And I imagine for the sake of argument, it's just gonna kind of like go back that way. And so like right in here, we've got like this hilly guy in the front, and then we've kind of got like another hilly plain like in here. I have like a dark section. This is tough. So you can still see a little bit of the water in the background. He's got this I don't even know, Bob. It's really dark on this side, so I don't even know if you can see the entirety of the structure. So like in here, there's like a little bit of a thing. I don't know, we probably should do this in pencil. So, we have a small roof line here. We've got this guy that's kind of tucked into here. I don't know, guys. I know I was really apprehensive about the campfire one, but now that I'm looking at this one, maybe we were being apprehensive about the wrong one. There's a little peeky poo up here. And then this kind of comes down here. This is going to be tough. Our colors are going to be like way off. Like shit. So this looks like the roof line is all one length back in here. So yeah, that ground might get readjusted a little bit. It looks like there's a little bit of a dark spot in there. And then there's like some windows in here. This is gonna be a tough one. There's a window there. Something in here. Probably just another window. But then, like down in here, there's like another. So that's about a second story. Oh, for fuck's sake. And then, since when does he do these elaborate buildings? And then this is like all in dark shadow back here. All of it. Can't even see what the hell's going on down there. So then like down in here, so I guess the house kind of, second story comes this way. And there's like some windows in here or something. And then this is kind of like overgrown up into here. And then you've kind of got this kind of, like, I don't know, because this is going to be difficult. This is kind of coming down like this way. This guy's kind of coming this way. This just looks weird. This is kind of like scraggly down into here. This guy, it's kind of like going this way. This is gonna be a tough one. Can we even pull this off? It's gonna be different shade wise, I can tell you that right now. We probably won't have as much shading because that's gonna be damn near impossible. Like, I can't even make out the color on that goddamn lighthouse. Is that brown? Was it originally red? During the day, it kind of looks like the same color as the roof maybe, so maybe it's brown. I mean, maybe it's red, and the glow from the light and the darkness is just making it look brown. I don't know. So then there's the kind of dish sitting up there. So then that's kind of like that for the railing, and then it kind of comes back into here. Maybe that should be a little bit wider. So we've got window there, there. All this is black up in here. Right, and then we've got a little hat on him. He's got his little hattie guy. I know it's a little off skew. That's fine. It's just a sketch. A really bad sketch, but it's just a sketch. So there's our horizon. Good lord. Okay. This is gonna be hard. Alright, what am I looking for? I'm looking for... Oh, we do have regular black. I need some kind of yellow here. I'm not finding the yellow I want. Alright, this is just straight up yellow. Okay. So if we do that, there, right? And then we've got, how high up did the, okay, so the yellow aura kind of surrounds the top here. I guess trying to emphasize there's a glow going on there, and a little bit more reflection up there, and then maybe in there. It's going to be a little bit willy-nilly up in here. Okay. So we've got black base sky. I should just be using my pen here. Probably be smaller. Black base sky. Yellow. Yellow, orange, red, fade out around light. So there's our yellow. We need an orange. Now the orange I have is very small. I don't have a large selection of oranges. So I need... What I have is like a pumpkin. No, it's actually a little bit darker than a pumpkin. What is this? This is like a red orange. That's a little red. My orange is not... Oh wait, here we go. Right, this is just straight up orange, so... Yeah, that's fine. That's a little more close to the color that I've got going on. So we'll have some orange. So how we'll do this is that we'll do the black in, right? And then I'll probably work my way out in around the lighthouse. And we'll do the red first. And then we'll kind of do our orange. And then when we lay the yellow in over top of the orange, we can make it a little bit wispy and airy in certain sections, and then, you know, the undercolor of the orange can bleed up through. And same thing with the red. This is that red orange. I want red though. I don't have many reds either. There we go. Just straight up old-fashioned red. Okay, so that orange is actually a lot further down than I realized. So the yellow is not quite as big as I have it here. Okay, so, and again, this is just kind of quick and messy, so I can try to wrap my head around this. This is actually gonna be like some yellow poking through. Oh, not there. That is... There's gonna be solid black in there, but like on the sides. Okay. So we got the orange kind of in there, and then the red. We'll feather in the, like we'll do the black, and then we'll do the red, and then we'll do the orange, just so that each new color can kind of bleed through the one, let the one underneath bleed up. So this kind of in like a cloud kind of thing that's kind of coming off to the side here. Where it's just kind of picking up the shape of the clouds underneath. So we're gonna have a good bit of red in here. Well, there's, okay, this guy's not as tall as I thought he was. So we can actually lower him a little bit. Although it's our painting, we can do what we want in the end, but I do kind of want some black back in there. And he might be over too far too, but... Alright, so we've got like this kind of coming into here. Right, get our black. So we're gonna have the black background in here. So again, this is just real super rough. So this is gonna stay black to over here, just to kind of let my head wrap around what we've got coming next. Alright, so this is gonna stay dark around in here. Okay, so we've got kind of like a moon happening in here. I don't fucking know. So white, this isn't gonna show at all, but so we kind of have like a white moon in here. I don't even know what color this would be. What color would we use for this? I don't even know. We can use... Hang on. actually go see what blues I have. I've got a ton of blues that are all kind of similar. So, not you yet. So we have our dark denim that we've used before. We have midnight blue. And we have navy night. None of these look right though. None of them. We have seafoam, which we can probably... You look more like you would be down in the bottom though. Okay. So, let me gather up all of these guys, because they're not what I'm looking for. So what if we go, like, our denim for the clouds around the moon. Let me just put you all up there for right now. So I don't know if I really have, like, a denim-y blue. We have blue, indigo. We have this light blue. Chlorine. But I want to keep calling chlorine, and I know that's not how you pronounce it. That's purple. Is purple too? Blue violet. And what are you? Are you my denim-y color? You're wild blue yonder. I don't fucking know. Alright. We'll be here 20 minutes trying to just pick a damn. Okay. So then the other half of the sky, so we've got the moon is gonna be white, right? And what's this color? Oh no, not you. Alright, what about you? I don't really like any of you. So we'll use this as our denim color, I guess. Well, we can mix these two, right? So we'll put this in around that. So we have our denim color kinda in here, so that's why I say I think this is over a little too far. I'll try to rein him back in a bit. But then again, our piece isn't that big, so, you know. So we've kind of got the denim color kind of filling in kind of like around into here. And we've got like clouds and stuff happening down in there. So if we do denim in here. Sorry, it is actually better that I do this ahead of time, because then I kind of have an idea already sorted, and then if I change my mind or think of a different way that it would look a little bit better, you know, then I can go with that. So this is kind of, these two colors that I'm kind of mixing together are going to be sort of representative of our denim color. So this guy. Hi, Momo. What's up, my bud? Okay. Denim. Round moon. Hi, buddy. What's up, my Momo? What can I do for you? I don't have any food, I promise. Your timing's a little different today. Okay, so then we've got some like white. It's gonna be really hard to get to show up here. So we've got like some white clouds kind of put in around that, so white clouds around. That's my shitty ass handwriting because I'm writing quick notes. Okay, so then I don't really have a light denim. Or, oh, you know what? No, it's actually sky blue. Sky blue and white clouds around. And then in this one down here, we've got, yeah, no, we'll go with that. Some bumpy guys kind of coming into here. Hi, Mr. Momo. Yeah, but see, this one's like just kind of touching. So yeah, this guy's a little high. We need to bring him down a little bit lower. So he kind of goes off that way, and he's kind of swirly. So this is going to be a combo of our sky blue and I think our denim. Maybe. I mean, we'll get that separation between the two up here because this is going to be the denim. So then we'll have the sky blue and a little bit of white on the edge. Hi, my bud. Clouds beneath. White. Sky. Denim. And then the one underneath of it almost takes on some purpley tones. So kind of like almost like a lavender. Yeah, so this one kind of comes into here, kind of eats the bottom of that and that. You know, doing all of its crazy cloud stuff, and then it like just about kisses the water. Like it's not like pansy like the color we just did. So maybe like a combo of like the denim and maybe like a vintage heather. And then a little bit of our sky blue just on the top edge. So then, how about the next one is like a heather, denim, sky and white, I guess. And then it's got, you know, some of the black filling in around the edges. Just in between where all of the clouds are. Again, very messy, very not polished at all. So then this is gonna be like black in here. We're gonna have like a white horizon line, right? Kinda, or we have like a pretty much a solid white line going across to simulate the horizon. It looks like, or to signify the horizon. Can't see the white colored pencil on the white paper, but you get the idea. And then there's like some, I don't know, this could be like our, so this whole thing will be black down in here, right? So we're just, it's all gonna be black. And then we're gonna put the other stuff in over top of it. And then, you know, where the black shines through, the black shines through. So like right about here, we start to have a little bit of a let's do this with my left hand, because then it'll be really bumpy. My left hand can't do shit. So then that's like gonna be like a white top edge on that, right? Just made it darker so we could simulate that in. Alright, so but back in here we've got a combination of white, so water, okay, so white horizon, then we've got white, I'm gonna say I have like a royal blue that we could get in there, and maybe we'll mix a little bit of, I tossed the seafoam, but seafoam I think might come down into play in here. Maybe a little bit of the sky blue, just to pick up that sky color around the moon. Bring that down into here, and then, you know, and black in the background. So then that would be, I think you've got some of the, say this is the royal blue. Let's pretend. And we'll have some of that like fading into here and there. And not gonna be much on this side. This side's gonna be mostly black back here because it's dark. This is just kind of picking up the colors from like the moon. And then we'll have some more white in here. Now again, I could change my mind on the colors once we get going, but... Okay, so then we've got... let me see here. Grab the black. So like right about into here. Kind of have a bit of a shadow. And then we've got some more of our like royal blue feeding up out of the black. In different heights. And like it's darker as it goes off that way. Now I need this is probably what I'm looking for, so we're gonna get some gray. So I might use like maybe taupe. I should have wrote down the actual names of the yarn colors, but alright, so what is this? This is Timberwolf. I mean, I've already got so many different colors in here. So I guess like a light gray and a dark gray. So maybe like taupe and like the elephant gray that we've got. So first weave. This pen likes to dry up real quick. So it's gonna be white. Light gray, dark gray. Royal and black. So we've got a bit of our black separation into there. And then the next one is like right at the bottom of this one. So it's kind of like in here, and we've got a bit of white. Even though we can't really see it. Put like some white top there, so second one. White, and then it's kind of like a royal blue. Again. Kind of coming up into it, right? He's starting to curve it around a little bit though. Or maybe it should be kind of curved to begin with. There's a bit of black coming up into it here. So royal black. We've already got white down. There's sort of like a green color in there. And I've got a couple colors that we could do this with, carefully. So, it's subtle. it's a little subtle. Jewel might be pretty obvious off of the royal, but then again, so might Kingfisher. I should just grab the royal. I had it in my hand. No, Mr. Turtle. Okay, so this is our... Actually, it's not royal. I think I have a royal blue up there. I do. Let's grab the right blue. I have like all of my blues out. So we have either the sailor blue or the royal blue, and I don't know. Royal's a little purple, but that might work for us. Yeah, let's go with royal. So if we go with royal, I don't... Jewel might be the better one for that, so it's kind of like a dark teal. So white, royal, black, like a dark teal. This is a very much light teal. I think I have a dark teal. Wait, what is this? That'll do. Alright, so then this kind of bleeds down from the white. And it's more blue down that end. Okay, so then we've got like white in there, we've got our black line kind of filtering in here. This is like black up into here. It's where the top edge of that water is on that one. Okay, and then there's a little bit of black in here, and then there's a little bit of white kind of sitting into there. And then the third wave, so it's kind of like there's this little bit of a not really a hook, but like an arm that kind of feeds into here almost, where this is black. And it kind of like feeds up this way. Now this is all gonna be black in here anyhow, so we're gonna have to make it happen with the other colors the way they're gonna feed in here. So we've got a combination of like our royal in here. Like this is weird because this is kind of straight in here, right? We've got our dark teal in here just a little bit, kind of bleeding in on the edges. Not too much. And then we've got like a light teal, which would kind of be like the aqua color I have, but we're gonna go sea foam. No, I think we'll go sea foam. Sea foam looks better. some seafoam kinda happening in here. So then there's a little bit more black, like right in here. It's almost like a little triangle. And then there's like some white splashing up into here. And then we've got a little bit of our seafoam kind of coming down into here. On this back side, this is all like lots of white in here. Kind of happening. Excuse me. So we've got like this white like splashing up into there. We've got like a little wedge of royal blue in here. And a little bit of white happening. But then we've got kind of this line in here, and then it kind of slowly gets lower, and we kind of have this where we have to put in our angles coming off of our black here with our royal being closer to the black section. Again, super messy. Just concepts, getting the idea out, and how I'm thinking of approaching it. I don't know if we really have any of the jewel in here. We might, just a little bit. Just to kind of help blend it together. And then, you know, we've got this guy, and we've got the white edge on the top. And then this is all like black back into here. Alright. So third we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So third is gonna be royal, dark teal, light teal, white. Alright. Same deal as those ones. So this guy's probably gonna go in as like brown. The hill's gonna probably be like dark brown. Get all of this out of here. I don't know if we're actually starting this one tomorrow. That's light brown. Are you my other brown that I'm looking for? No. My beaver brown has forsaken me. Oh no, here it is. Okay, so we've got this brown in here, because he always does like Van Dyke brown as his base, usually, when he's doing stuff in here. Kind of real messy. Throw that in there. Alright, so this guy, he's gonna kind of be a splotchy mess of like brown, red, and black, I think. So, I know I did this a little bit backwards, but... Alright, so... House, so... Red, brown, and black. I can't tell if that's the light on there or if we put windows on the staircase. I think it might just be the way the light's hitting the wet paint. So the roofs are like brown, I think, but like red into brown. So we'll probably do brown down first and then red so that the brown can shine up through the red. The buildings themselves are like a dark gray. Like a really dark gray with maybe just the slightest gray walls. Maybe a light gray highlight. And kind of some black smudges for windows in there, so we kind of have... You really don't see much of anything on that building there, though. This is pretty dark. I think this roof will remain dark brown. And then like this one will have like a little bit of light gray on it. And the other two will probably stay their dark gray. So then in here, we're gonna have our what are you? You're dark brown. Can't see that. You're actually gray. Now I'm finding all the grays that I could have used a little bit ago. What are you? Green blue. Can't ever find the colors I need when I need them. Pine green. You'll serve the purpose for our... So, I don't know how much, like, sap green that he ends up bringing in here, but... So we've got some... I do think we're gonna have some splotchy bits of green in here. So we got some dark green, probably some like lime green. Kind of like sticking up around it, covering it. Not a whole lot. Down in here is going to be like yellow ochre. in that lime green color. And then like a little bit on the edge of this hill. Kind of coming down this way. Where the light's probably catching it a little bit. So yeah, I mean, we might be able to pull it off. Maybe. I mean, that's not bad for a half-assed sketch that I just threw together very, very quickly. I don't know if we're doing another planning session tomorrow or if we're just gonna dive in on this one. This is like black over here. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. What is the next one? So the one after this one is the old mill. Forgot it was gonna add me in between. So this one's a white canvas. Oh, that one's involved. We might just make that one its own planning session, 'cause damn. I'd like to get a head-on view of this one. They kept doing the 3/4 ones. Okay. What the hell are these? I don't know. I don't know if those are supposed to be roofs or like flat stacks of bricks or something. I don't fucking know. Huh. That's gonna be a difficult one. I think that one's gonna need its own planning session. So we've got that one. Campfire. Oh, it didn't add me. I thought it was going to. Campfire's gonna be tough. Because it's gonna be a lot of black and brown. And red. I mean, we might try. Let me look at my roving. I might have to dive into the roving and see what colors we got going on with that. He's got a rustic barn. I keep forgetting to. So what's the rustic barn look like? one's a lot simpler, it looks like from here. I don't think that one will give us too much trouble. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that roof, though. What is this? Got like a pulley thing to pull the bales of hay up. Bales of hay. Wow. Get the right letters in the right places. I even talk dyslexic sometimes. Not hails of bay, bales of hay. Alright, so 12 is Hidden Lake. So it's another kind of purpley guy. That shouldn't be too much trouble, I don't think. I think we might be alright. Now he did 13 in this one and 13. Oh, I thought it was gonna add me again. 13 he had Steve painting while he was answering questions. And Steve just looks so awkward, like, I don't want to be here. So, Steve shouldn't be a problem to do. Although this one felt very beginner-esque on here. But that shouldn't be so bad. So we'll see. We might start this tomorrow because I really want to start working on the new pad. And it's gonna take us a bit to sketch everything in. I'll have to see how much black I can get fluffed tonight, because we are gonna need a fair bit of it. So if I get, where'd the playlist go? Really, because it was the last one that took the playlist away. So, yeah, we'll have to see here. These fucking ads are ridiculous. They're so full of shit. So this would be... I just kind of have to let him finish with his name. So, yeah. See, it looks different from this angle. Doesn't that look more gray? I wonder if he was nervous or if his hand was actually itchy. I mean, I don't know. I think we'll go with the colors that we've decided on. Maybe we'll start this one tomorrow instead of doing a full planning session. Because the one after this is going to need a whole ass planning session for as much as that's going to be involved with. Yeah. So we'll see about starting tomorrow. Alright, so that's gonna do it for today. Let's take one last look at our guy that we finished up. And he looks pretty darn good, I think. I can get that there, so we can actually get some light in here. So, I mean, he looks pretty good, I think. Was a little unsure after we got this, color fully on here, but I think we're looking alright now. It's definitely kind of blending, so I'm knocking everything over, blending everything together, kind of bringing our middle color in from the top and bottom. I think that's gonna be okay. So, we'll be back tomorrow. We will start the next one, I think. At least start sketching it out on our felt and see how far we get. And I hope you guys have a good start to your work week. And don't forget to follow all the socially do's down below. That would be greatly appreciated. And I will see you tomorrow around the same time. And we'll get started on episode 8 of season 3. So, you guys have a good one.